So, you've decided to come to Yangon, but you only have one day and you have no idea how to visit the city in one day. Don't worry, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can visit Yangon and see all the major sites in just 24 hours. Early in the morning, the place you've got to go to is the 26th Street Fresh Market. Yangon has multiple fresh markets in the early morning, but this fresh market is central and has some of the best local sort of produce that you come and explore. And of course, you need to always be watching behind you because vehicles are always coming through this place. It's so busy, it's so lively. This is what Yangon is all about. This is where all the locals go at like 6 in the morning, and this is the best way to start off any tour. What's really interesting about this market is that you can find literally anything. You can find a clothes stall next to a vegetable store, next to a meat store. They have everything. Live chickens, dead chickens. They have basically everything you could possibly imagine, and it's so hectic, it's so busy. All the locals are doing their morning shopping here on 26th Street, which is the local market here. And of course, what's really interesting is that they put the stalls in the middle of the road so that cars can still go over when they need to cross the market. But we've just gone around the market and we're going to head to the next stop of the day. The next stop you have to make here in Yangon is Maha Bandula Park. This is a park just in the center of Yangon, just southeast of Shwedagon Pagoda, which is like the central part of the city. But the monument behind me is actually like a victory monument to commemorate the Myanmar independence. In the past, that place used to be covered by a statue of Queen Victoria when Yangon was still a British colonial city. But after independence, they replaced it with this memorial. I mean, it's just a leisurely little park here. People are just playing, enjoying, relaxing in the beautiful weather today. When at night, it becomes this huge, like, sprawling night market. See the beautiful monument itself and the lions surrounding it. But other than that, it's just a chill place to relax here in Yangon. So just opposite of Maha Bandula Park, you actually have this sort of colonial structure, this like red brick building. It's actually the High Court of Yangon, but you can't seem to get in, but it just looks like a really cool colonial building. I mean, these are all across Yangon, all these colonial style era buildings from when the British were here, but unfortunately most of them aren't accessible anymore. The next place we're at is Shwedagon Pagoda, and here's my friend I met. Her name's Noi Noi. But we're here at Shwedagon Pagoda. It is, as you can see, a huge golden pagoda here, and so many Burmese are here just meditating and stuff. But it's just a full golden stupa.
Okay. First, you have to pray.
Okay.
So whatever you have in a problem or whatever you need for your job or your business, everything, you have to pray. After finish, you can do the water like that. 5 times for pagoda and 5 times for you. 5 times for your animal. Here your animal. You can do the 5 times.
So when you come to Sule Pagoda, what you have to do is you have to find when your birthday is. So for me, it was Friday. And then you go to the Friday stand, and then that's where you donate your flowers, and then you do the water ceremony. So you have to pour the water on the Buddha 5 times and pour it on the animal below 5 times for good luck. And then after that, you have to ring the bell 3 times for better luck as well. But yeah, when you come to Sule Pagoda, there's just so many things to see. The entire pagoda itself is all gold, but you have to follow the rituals, you have to do the traditions so that you can get the best luck out of this pagoda. Sule Pagoda, check. Let's go to the next stop. If you're wondering why it's a hot city like Yangon, I'm actually wearing long pants. The reason is because when you go to places like Sule Pagoda and Shwedagon Pagoda, they actually require you to cover up your legs. So if you just wear long pants, it makes everything much more easy. But we're just getting to our next stop here. Let's go explore one of the must-sees. This is Bokyoke Aung San Market. This is one of the largest markets here in Yangon, if not all of Myanmar, and they sell everything. They sell literally anything you could ever think of. Toiletries, medicine, metal pots and pans, whatever you want, they have it here. It's just such a huge market, and it's actually on 2 sides of the street because that's how big it is, and it's 3 floors on each side. So it is a massive, massive market. You could easily get lost in here, and I think I'm already lost. Main market sells a lot of jewelry items, jade, especially jade, because Myanmar is known for its jade. But once you get off the little alleys, then you get your clothes, your metal items, food. But this is just a huge market. So we're just on the road here in Yangon, just walking around, and then I stumble upon this place. And now it looks like some person's mansion, someone probably lives here or something, but turns out this is a military hospital. And it looks so fancy for a military hospital, but there's not a single person here. It's completely abandoned. It's almost like a haunted hospital that you can just go and explore. I mean, it's so old, and I don't think there's a single person here. Oh wow. Oh, there's troops here. Oh look. Hello. Sorry, so the troops arrived and they kicked me out. But okay, I guess it's not abandoned. I guess it's still a military hospital that's still in use. A lot of troops came in, but okay, interesting experience. Did not know that you can illegally explore a hospital here in Yangon, but that's pretty cool.
Okay, it's okay.
Oh, don't need to try? Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Oh, I have a map. The next thing to do here in Yangon, Shwedagon Pagoda. It's got a long hallway, a long walk all the way up to the pagoda. There's a couple of shops on the way towards the pagoda, but now we just need to make our way up there. It's a long walk up. Made it up to the top of Shwedagon Pagoda. I mean, it's just so shiny. The thing, it's almost like blinding here from the bottom. But the whole thing is just covered in gold, and it was rebuilt many times. But the original one I think was built in the 1300s, but they rebuilt it taller, better. I think the most recent rebuild was in the 1700s. reason it's called Shwedagon is because it hosts like 4 of the Buddha relics. And then there's a story about having the Buddha's hair, hosting the Buddha's hair inside the pagoda. Whether it's true or not, nobody knows. For those history buffs watching this video, this next stop is for you guys. U Tan's house is actually right here in Yangon, and it's right near the Shwedagon Pagoda actually. So we're walking over to it right now. We're gonna see if it's still open and can we get a peek inside his house. He's the 3rd Secretary General of the United Nations, and his house is located here in Yangon, owned by the government of Myanmar, but renovated many times by the government as well. This is his original house, but now it's become an exhibition, a museum, but a lot of the artifacts here are what he actually used back in the day, and they have these huge tablets explaining all the information of his house, but really cool. You get to see the traditional sort of Burmese home under colonial rule and what it looked like, and of course, him being UN Secretary General, there is a lot of information about his role as a peacemaker, and especially how growing up in a colonized country influenced his policies as Secretary General of the United Nations. Definitely a place, if you're interested in history, that you have to come to. Really done a good job renovating the house and sort of showing what U Tan did as Secretary General and his whole life, his upbringing. Really interesting, and I think the museum did do it justice. But yeah, if you're a history buff, this is a stop you have to make here in Yangon. Alright guys, as you guys can probably see from the sun, sunset is fast approaching. So for sunset today, we're actually going to Kandagri Lake. It's near the central part of Yangon, but it's a bit of a walk outside like downtown Yangon. But it's beautiful because this lake is just surrounded by these nice wooden walkways. And along with that, there's these like Kairawak palaces, which are these floating birds on the water. Guys, we have made it to the view. As you can see right behind me, those 2 floating birds on the water. For sunset, this is probably one of the best spots in all of Yangon. You can see the beautiful floating birds on the water, and you can just see the beautiful sunset behind. What an amazing way to end the day portion of the day. Wow. No? Caught it from inside? Wow.
Inside.
Really? Hey, good job. Good job. Alright guys, it is now almost 6 p.m. The sun has already set. We need to head back into downtown Yangon. So we're gonna go try and get a grab back into the city. Hello. Hello. If you can't tell already, we're back in downtown Yangon, Chinatown specifically. That was one of the temples here in Chinatown, really big, really fancy. There's also a tribute to all the people who donate their money to establishing Chinatown. But obviously the best way to see Yangon at night is just to walk around and see the streets. As you guys can see behind me, after walking through Chinatown, you'll slowly make your way over to this stop right here. This is just a bridge leading towards Shwedagon Pagoda, but you can have a very clear view of the road heading there. But anyways, this is the best way to end off any 24 hours here in Yangon. Just a beautiful view of the city, beautiful view of Shwedagon Pagoda. If you enjoyed this video and found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more food and travel videos. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.